Hello, I'm Captain Michael Andres, the proud commanding officer of Coast Guard Air Station, Elizabeth City. We're in the very northeast corner of North Carolina, just inland from the Outer Banks and Kitty Hawk and Nag's Head and Kill Devil Hills, where the original Wright brothers flew their famous flight.
The air station's been here since the late 30s. We have 5 H-60 helicopters and we have 4 C-130 aircraft. Our helicopters, we pretty much cover up to Delaware, all the way down to South Carolina, and all the way out to, we can get all the way out to Bermuda.
We're the C-130 asset, the only one this far north on the East Coast. We're really tasked with an op area that goes from Savannah anywhere up north into Canada and then out as far as past Bermuda.
This station has evolved a lot with search and rescue missions, law enforcement missions, and we also are able to go on the International Ice Patrol missions up in St. John's, Newfoundland.
Ever since the Titanic sank, by treaty, the U.S. is responsible for patrolling the transatlantic shipping lanes during the winter to ensure that if any icebergs are flowing through there, notices are put out to mariners to make sure that they avoid those icebergs. With these C-130s, we have a special radar that we can go out there and we can track those areas. We can pick up icebergs even though we can't see them. We enable the meteorologists then to issue reports to transatlantic shipping traffic to let them know these are areas to avoid. Or alternatively, hey, these areas are clear of ice, you can transit right through there and not worry about a collision with an iceberg.
We're the only ones that do it. We have a special antenna which can detect ice. This is the only station that does the International Ice Patrol.
For our C-130s, it's worldwide deployable, no doubt about it. Our crews, when they go flying, they take an overnight bag with them because they could end up on the Great Lakes, down in the Gulf Coast, or down in Guantanamo Bay. They can fly just about anywhere and get there pretty quickly.
The C-130 wears many hats. We can do, first and foremost, long-range search and rescue. If there's a vessel in distress or mariners in trouble, they can be thousands of miles away. We can launch and we can get to them because we have the fuel to do that. And then not only do we have the fuel to get there, we have the fuel to remain on scene. We go down to the Caribbean and work with the Joint Interagency Task Force to stop the infiltration of illegal narcotics into the U.S.
Multi-mission Coast Guard, as you always hear that. So we certainly do our fair share of fisheries patrol, but it's certainly divvied up between the other missions. Our fixed-wing world has a different mission, our 60s have a different mission, but we really need them together many, many times. Time and time again, our C-130 crews go out there, they're first on scene, they can fly a little bit faster and get above the weather and start talking to people and getting an idea of what's going on scene. Once they got a good picture, they make the immediate call back and get the helicopter crews going, and they maintain that presence overhead. And there's no doubt in my mind that gives them a little bit of hope to hang on for a few more hours, knowing the Coast Guard knows they're out there and a helicopter or ship is on its way. It also minimizes that time that helicopter has to be way, way offshore there. They can get to the scene, start their hoisting operations, and then get back home. So that combination of getting out there quickly, having a nice platform that can stay out there is a great combination that we have to have.
It's our medium-range helicopter. It has a 6-hour flight time. We can go 200 miles offshore, stay on scene for about a half an hour, and come back in.
It's just a really durable, tough helicopter.
Flying for us is a collateral duty. Your primary duty is maintenance, whether you be an AMT or an AET.
Unique to the Coast Guard, our enlisted workforce also serves as our air crewmen on board, and they're also our maintainers as well. So they're doing all the maintenance, but then they're also the ones that are actually flying. The big benefits with that, the guys that are flying with the plane have the vested interest in the aircraft. They want the maintenance to be done right. They want to be involved in the maintenance. So a lot of times you see guys leaving the flight deck after a flight with a list of discrepancies, and they're walking right to maintenance control, and they get right involved with the troubleshooting right away. It's really helpful from a maintenance perspective having that kind of input where they were right there, they saw what happened, and they can provide a lot of valuable input.
We do all of our own maintenance. I can change an engine, and then I can come out and go flying this afternoon. So the Coast Guard's unique with that. We're our own mechanics, and that's nice.
Our night shift, that is the most interesting shift. They're really the powerhouse of the whole maintenance program.
If you came off that airplane and you had a problem, you would come to me and let me know what you have. You would write it up on our computer system, and I would task my guys. I have 17 guys with me to go out and fix your airplane and make sure you have an airplane to go out on next time. When the plane's broke, they leave it for nights, and then we fix it, and the next morning they have green arrows for the planes being up.
Just being at Air Station Elizabeth City is just a breath of fresh air when it comes to history, whether it be the Outer Banks with the Wright brothers out there. The air station began in 1939 during World War II, and all the massive changes in search and rescue operations. So much history has gone on here at Air Station Elizabeth City that it's really great to be a part of, and it's good to live it every day because you're making history every day you go out on a mission.
With all the young guys coming up to see them do it and have them actually do the hoisting with me in the left seat watching them, it really gives me a lot of personal pride and joy.
And the air station, it can be busy at times, but the way of life here is kind of a country way of life, and a lot of people like that. I've been here for a year and I love it here. It's nice, very nice. And I really like the International Ice Patrol duties.
But what I've just so much enjoyed, and I've found from other people that have been stationed here before and are currently stationed here now, it's just such an exciting and dynamic place because there's so much going on here. So just a wide variety of missions that have gone on here for years. It's exciting.